back to where the blog started. Not literally or physically, but it started at the Notion Meetup. That was vlog 1, and that was a little while ago. And I'm back at the Notion Meetup today. And it seems like this is a good time to talk about the video that I promised to make about some of the templates that I use to get Notion to work for me as a person with ADHD, particularly as a creator and someone that works for themselves. So let's go and find out what's going on in the meetup, and then we'll get back to the templates in a minute. Well, that was really interesting. It was great to meet so many people last night. People from very diverse industries, YouTubers, creatives, IT professionals, people in property, all sorts. And they're all using Notion in really different ways. And I find that really interesting to listen to, because you find ways that they're using it that you would never have thought of. Use cases within business environments or within personal environments that you just haven't considered, that you suddenly come home and think, oh, I could use that in that way. And it suddenly opens up doors to different ways of using a project, which otherwise you're very familiar with. But because they're looking at it from a completely different viewpoint to you, they're opening up ways of using it that you can then take and change and twist and alter to fit your needs and open up your use of the product. So it was really great to see. And I heartily recommend, if you are using a product, whether it's Notion, whether it's a Creative Suite, or whether it's any of the other products that have these meetups for other people that use them, go to it. They're great networking. And as I said, you come home with this, with a head full of ideas of different ways you can use the product. So what about templates? Well, templates are built directly into Notion. You can buy them from other people, but the ones that you can start with from Notion themselves are really great. And because Notion starts as a blank canvas, it can be quite intimidating, I think, for newbies. And if you want to get yourself off to a really quick start, I would say jump straight in to the Notion built templates themselves, because they're simple to use. They might not be as crazily interlinked as some of the ones that power users are using and selling, but the ones from Notion themselves are a great start. They're also practically unbreakable. So if you want to get into them and then start fiddling with things, it's quite easy to get them back to the state that they were originally, and you don't lose any data, and you're not at risk of damaging anything within Notion itself. One of the things that I went straight into, with the task manager. I think it's great. It's a dopamine hit. It's a tick list. Everyone loves one of those, and it's one of the easiest things you can download. I use it every day as a habit tracker, so I track everything in my life through it that I want to do every day. And I find it's a great way to start using Notion and get used to using it day to day, because obviously, being a habit tracker, you are referring to it throughout the day, and it's a great way to start picking up the product, having it in your hand, and getting used to using it. Also, it's very simple to use, and you can add and subtract as many fields as you like. I tend to just use tick boxes and a couple of select boxes to say, how much I've drunk during the day, how much I've been to the gym or whatever. And that's really useful. So that's the first one I download, is the habit tracker. The second one I download straight away is the journal. Journaling is really useful. I find it very useful as a decompression tool at the end of the day. I find it very useful as keeping a track of what I've been up to, and working through problems in my head. And the journal built into Notion that you can download as a template is really great. Everything is set up. It jumps straight into being a tool that you can use, straight into writing. It's very pared down, so you're not being distracted by tons and tons of extra bits and pieces. You can just get it into your head and you can go for it. And that's the second one I would download, is the journal. The third one is probably the one most people that use Notion are most familiar with, and that is the task manager. And the one that you can download direct from Notion is actually really useful. It's very familiar if you're into project management. It allows you to see everything as a calendar, as a Kanban board, as a stream. It allows you to break down jobs in a really granular way, see who they're for, what their progression is like, and keep on top of a whole load of things. And also from within that, link to other project management pages and wikis and everything that goes with. And that, I think, if you're going to use it in an enterprise environment, that is the place to start. I genuinely heartily recommend it. It's a great kickstart if you want to use this as a project management software. you can get into it really quickly. You can get into it simply, but also with tons and tons of additional extras and options that you can add on and bolt on and build algorithms for and build formulas for that can help you manage your workflow. So that is an absolute must if you want to get into using Notion really quickly. If you're a creator, one of the things that I would download immediately is the social media planner. It's so good. Much like the task manager does many of the similar things, but is specifically designed for people that want to keep their social media alive and planned and productive. And it's one of the ones that I would go for straight away. I don't really have much more to say on it because, you know, it's a social media manager. It does exactly what it says on the tin. But if you want to get into it and you're a creator, go and drag that in straight away because it will make your socials immediately more productive. And that's one of the ones I use every day. I plan everything. So I know exactly what I'm posting, where I'm posting it, and in what cadence I'm posting it. And it's a template that I would heartily recommend. And the last one I would recommend that you download and get used to using really quickly is the mood board, because you can use it just like you used to use your Pinterest. You can use it like you do a genuine pin board in the office. It's really great if you're a visual person, and you can use Notion's amazing web clipper tool, which allows you just to dump stuff that you see on the web directly into your Notion and organize it as a board, as a gallery, and as you know, you can even organize it as streams. You can link it back to task managers. It's really useful, and one that if you're a visual person is an immediate must. And it's one of those ones because, again, we all like collecting things. We all have tons of stuff going on in our lives where we need to keep on top of it, and it's not necessarily stuff that makes any sense right there in a moment or you can link to any particular project. But the mood board is a great place to start collating stuff and understanding how you can link out to other bits and pieces within Notion. So they're the templates that I would recommend. You access templates. If you're brand new and you're still looking at this and going, I have no idea where I can get these, just click add a page, and then you see, do I want to create a new blank page? And then directly underneath that are all of the Notion templates. Go and explore them because there's tons. There's stuff for students, there's stuff for wikis, there's stuff for enterprise level production stuff, there's stuff for general life organization, second brain applications, all sorts. But I heartily recommend going and finding the Notion ones first before you start to go out into the jungle of people that are power users, that are people that have really niche applications for how they use it, that are building really complex templates, because these ones give you a better idea of how Notion actually works, so you can get under the hood a bit with them and start to understand what's going on. I will make other videos on this. I've got a load of questions in my inbox from people that wanted to know more, particularly about the ADHD and particularly about the enterprise level stuff and how I use it within the studio for project management and maintaining teams within that. So I think I'll do a whole nother video on that. But for this vlog, that's it. I hope you find this useful. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. And my email's available. Look me up, Neil Evans Rocks online. And yeah, let's talk about this some more in the comments. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.